Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Testimonial Thursdays. On Tuesday of this week I went back to St. Mary to sort out my national insurance scheme because it is in my intentions to work this summer, and this will be the very first time that I will be working. So I left as early as I could on Tuesday. I left Manchester as early as I could to go back to St. Mary. And I had two things in mind, two things on the agenda. One was to collect my license because it was a form of identification that I would need, and then to sort out the NIS after collecting the license. It so happened that I reached St. Mary a few minutes to 4, or I believe it was a few minutes to 4, and I went straight to the tax office because my dad was there and he was waiting on me. And we went inside, and he would have registered my name at the NIS office before he went to the tax office. Praise be to God. And so while we were inside, I prayed. I said a quick prayer to God. And for those of us who know me, I whenever I'm talking to God, I ask Him for signs. And one of the most common signs that He would use when communicating to me is bird. So I prayed and I said, Lord, if it is that I should leave the tax office and go to the NIS office, because the tax office had a few individuals before me, so it was quite the wait, and the NIS office closed at 4:30, but actually they stopped taking names from 4 so that they can finish with the rest of the clients that they had by 4:30 so that they could wrap up and leave. And I prayed, I said, Lord, if it is that I should leave the tax office, leave Daddy here waiting, and go to the NIS office to see how best I can speed up the process in the meantime, allow birds to fly across the sky within the next 10 seconds. And by the time I reached 4, I saw a bird. So I said, Daddy, you'll have to wait on the inside while I go to the NIS office to sort out everything. And I shared with the security guard because I would have to collect the license for myself. I can't give it to somebody else because I have to sign. And so I shared with the security guard that my father would be staying in my stead. And he was saying, I should be worried because I would be getting through very soon. Now that was slightly true, but it was a good amount of wait. So I said, alright, I'll be back quickly. And by the time I was leaving the tax office, they closed the door, meaning they wouldn't take any more clients for the remaining portion of the day because they wanted to wrap up too. So at 4 o'clock, their door was closed as well. And so I ran to the NIS office, and while I was entering the NIS office, I heard the security say, we are closed, because they closed at 4 to wrap up and to finish everything by 4:30. But I kept going, and I told him that my name is written already, and he opened the book, and I showed him my name. I noticed that there was a little red dot beside my name, and he said to me, this is your name? I logged out these names already. My name and a few other names after mine were logged out. It seems as if they were there. I know. And I said to him that I explained the situation, that I had to be at the tax office to collect my license, which was the identification that I would have to use to complete the NIS application. And so he gave me a form, and I went in and I started writing at lightning speed. Well, it's not that fast, but it felt like it was that fast because I had to get back to the tax office to collect the license, to come back again to the NIS office to finalize everything. And I was writing so fast that I ended up putting the parish where the postal office or postal address should be. So I went back out to the security and I showed him there, and he said that I should just strike it through and continue it, and that's exactly what I did. Now I said to him that I had to go back to the NIS office, and he said, you need to get back here by 4:30. and it was, I believe it was about 12 minutes after 4. And I said, you know what, I cannot run this distance again. I had to take a taxi. And I took a taxi back to the tax office, or close enough to it. And I went inside, and as soon as I got inside, my dad was at the lady working there. I'm not sure what they're called. But yes, he was at the desk, and I switched places with him. And as soon as he saw me, he got up and I sat down, and she took out the license. She asked me my birth month, to confirm that I am the right person. And I got the license and I signed it quickly. And while I was signing up, I told Daddy to go for the bus so that we could just drive and go straight to the NIS office, which would close off completely at 4:30, even though I went there already to sign up the application form. So I got the license and I went outside, and I was running back towards the NIS office, and I heard the horn for the bus, and I turned around and I went with Daddy. And while we were going there, oh Lord have mercy, there was traffic. And I had to be turning on the phone, and I was counting. I said, Daddy, 4:27. Daddy, 4:28. Daddy, 4:28. And I stopped at 4:28, and Daddy said, after a few moments, Daddy said, how many minutes do we have left? I said, minutes? You mean seconds? Because it was 4:29. And exactly 4:30, we reached the NIS office, and I was able to take in the license for identification and sign up everything. And then I went upstairs. The security guard directed me upstairs, where I got the card printed. And then I was coming down the stairs. Right throughout, I was praying and I was thanking God, because what happened on Tuesday was literally the impossible. To be going between the two offices, and not only that, but also to be allowed to sign up the application form for the NIS without all the requirements at hand. Who but God? And I am overwhelmed. I am thankful for His love and His mercies on my life. And then I was coming down the stairs, I said to the security guard, "You're the best security guard in the world," because he was very nice. And given that I didn't have everything, given that I was also late, I just have to be thanking God. And so I am sharing this testimony for everybody within the hearing of my voice to truly know that God is concerned with everything that matters to us. Like the song says, if it matters to you, it matters to the Master. And all that you have to do is just have faith. All you have to do is just hold on and watch Him do the impossible. So thank you guys for pausing and for listening. And I hope that someday, sometime soon, you will also have a testimony to share. Not necessarily with me, but with those who you come in contact with, so that they can be encouraged and know that there is truly a God who is to be served and who is all powerful.